In this video, we will cover the HTML object-based bot building. Before we dive into the subject, let's remember that there are 5 different ways to drive or navigate your automation scenarios with ARGOS low code. The first way is based on API. As you know, many of the plugins in the Stew toolbox are based on APIs from various solutions. The second way is the use of objects such as window object and HTML object. The third way is what we call property-driven automation. An example for properties would be file names, folder names, app names, etc., etc. The fourth way is a keystroke/shortcut key-driven automation. And, finally, the fifth way is screen image-based automation. These 5 ways have all pros and cons, and usually an automation scenario will be constructed with a mixture of these navigation methodologies. They can be all equally reliable when you construct them correctly. In this video, however, we are going to focus on the second way, the object-driven automation, especially on the HTML side. When you build a bot with HTML object, the primary tool you will be using is the HTML action tool. However, there is a little note as you can see over here. It says, please use the Open Browser tool to start your browser. This is because that the underlying technology we use for the HTML action or HTML object-based bot building is Selenium. And using the Open Browser operation will start Selenium SOTU in the background of the web browser. Stew tools like HTML action, JavaScript, clearing eCache, and closing popup, and some other verification tools including onload event and waiting popup are all based on Selenium. So when you use these tools you must start your browser with the Open Browser operation. In this example I will be using the Chrome browser with Selenium running with it. So, I will first come to this website here, and then I'm going to just copy the URL and give to the Open Browser like so. Then over here I want full size window, so I put 1920 by 1080, which is the resolution of my full HD screen. Now I am almost ready to bring the HTML action. I said almost because I know I need to first make sure the Chrome browser and Selenium is completely ready to run my HTML action, knowing the Chrome browser with Selenium may take some time to start and become ready to accept actions. How do you verify that? Okay. Usually after Open Browser, or after any screen change in your browser, what you can do is to bring in this onload event tool. This serves as my verification, and here I will give 5 seconds as default, to make sure the components are fully loaded locally. Pause here. Please note that the following video will be using Chrome's developer tool to capture XPath. However, the latest version of HTML action has a built-in feature to identify and enter XPath automatically. Okay. I will now continue with HTML action, and the object I will use is the attribute called XPath. So here is how I find the XPath. First come to your browser again, and let's say I want to navigate the bot to click the contact button. I will just right-click on the contact button and choose inspect, and then I select this little icon right here and then again click on here, so I get this line highlighted. This is my target HTML object, in this case, actually it is called XPath. What I do here is, to right-click and come to copy. Now I come to Stew, and over here at the top, I choose XPath instead of tags, and right here, I just paste the XPath that I copied. Next, you come to this JavaScript event and choose click as my event. I don't need no parameters. Now it is time to take these 3 operations to a test run. However, there's one thing I would like you to know. The Open Browser operations is designed to close the browser as soon as the execution of the automation is finished, as a part of preparation for a next run. For this test run, just so that you will see the result of this HTML action, I am going to bring a delay to leave the browser open for a little bit, like 10 seconds. Now let's run it for test. Pam takes the scenario. She starts by opening the browser to the size I configured, and she waits for the web components are all loaded and ready before going into the contact button and click. Next page shows up and it stays open for 10 seconds before closing. Test successful. That's how you build a HTML object-driven automation. Thank you for watching. Happy automation!